Okay, so now we're on the conic sections unit, and this is involving circles and equations of circles. So this is the equation of the circle. And really you're just plugging in the radius, which is r, and you're plugging in h and k, which is the center of the circle. So h is the x coordinate, y is the, k is the y coordinate, and like I said, r is the radius. So the beginning of the unit is pretty easy. You're just graphing circles. It tells you that the center is at -5, 1, and the radius is 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, wait, -5, 1. There we go. So you're just graphing circles. The center is at -1, -3. It has the points -7, 3 on it. So you need to make sure -7, 3 hits. So the center is at -1, -3, -7, 3. It's on the circle. See how it hits on the circle there at -7, 3. Oh, it's -7, -3. Why do I keep messing up the coordinates? Okay, there we go. It hits on the point there. And so yeah, you're just practicing graphing circles. And then it's asking you what's the center of the circle. Well, you can look at it until it's at -4, -7. Then you're going to do the distance formula to find the radius. It tells you that there's a point on the circle that's at -5, 9. So you would then do the distance formula. It looks like it's about 2 point something. So it's probably, I'm just guessing, I'm sorry. But yeah, you would do the distance formula. So I'm kind of just going over how you would do these, right? Same thing. So find the center of the circle, distance formula. Okay, what's the center of the circle? Well, it tells you right here. This is the equation of the circle. The center is at -7, -8. It's the opposite of what you see for these. Because when you plug it into the formula, it's a minus. So that means they plugged in a -7 and it made a plus. And then the square root of this is your radius, which is 2/3. Same thing here. This would be at -12, 9. And the radius is the square root of 35. The square root of 35 gets you 5.92. And so the beginning of the unit is pretty easy. Then you know, what's the center of the circle? Well, it's at 1, 1. What's the radius? 9. So, you know, you're just looking at the same thing. You're just graphing the circle. Now it's telling you to write the equation. Okay, well, it gives you the center. So x minus 1.3 squared plus y plus 3.5 squared equals 30, the square root of 37 squared, which is just 37. It says it's centered at that, and that's the radius. Oh, I put the squared in the wrong spot. I'm just a little off today. I'm sorry. But yeah, there we go. I just put it in the wrong spot. That's it. You know, Khan Academy, picky. So let's do another one of this. Okay, let's write the center of the circle. The center's at 1, 2. So x minus 1 squared plus y minus 2 squared. And then you would find the radius, or you could just count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, sorry, 5 squared, so 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it probably won't be at 5. You'd have to do the distance formula to find where that point is. And it looks like it's at 2.5 if we did the distance formula. So then you would square that. 2.5 squared gets you 6.25. There we go. Okay, so for this one, we would do x plus 9.3 squared plus 9 minus 4.1 squared, and the radius is the square root of 13 squared, which is just 13. Why are they giving me such a hard time with these? Oh, if the radius is 13 and I squared that, it should just be 13. What's the problem? Did I write something wrong again? 9 minus 4.1 squared. Oh, this should be a Y. I keep doing this wrong. I'm so sorry. I need to get it together. Okay, so yeah, I just kind of wanted to review that. Let's look at the homework. So the homework is basically, just doing the same thing. You're identifying the radius and then you're graphing it. Sketch the graph the best you can. You sketch it with the center of the circle and its radius. For these, you're writing the equation of the circle to find the midpoint. To find the center of the circle, you would find its midpoint, right? We use the midpoint formula. Then use the distance formula from the midpoint to find the radius. Tangent lines are just, say you have a circle, x equals 13 would just be a tangent line here. So that means that x is 13 and then the center is at 10 for the other x coordinate, so the radius is 3. And so you can even use Desmos to help you with these. If you ever get like a, area or circumference, you just need to solve for r. Right? Area is pi r squared, solve for r, you find your radius, and you can write your center of the circle. So for these ones, these are a little different. You need to put them in order. So for example, y squared plus x. So put the x's first actually. So I'm going to add the x squared to the other side. Then I'm going to put the y's. I'm actually going to add the 20 to the other side. So for these, you need to complete the square, which is what you learn in Algebra 1. Completing the square is when you do b over 2 squared. So you need to complete the square for the x's and the y's. So for the x's, I have 4 over 2, right? This is my b. This is my b. So I have 4 over 2 squared and negative 2 over 2 squared. Right? This is what you have for the x's, like I said. This is for the y's. This gets you 2 squared, which is 4. This gets you negative 1 squared, which is 1. So these are the two numbers I have. So then you need to put them with the x's and the y's. So I have x squared plus 4x plus 4 plus y squared minus 2y plus 1 equals 20. And whatever you add on one side of the equation, rules of equations, you add on the other. So now you need to factor. You're going to factor this trinomial here and this trinomial here. If you factored the first trinomial, you would get x plus 2 squared. If you factor the second trinomial, you would get y minus 1 squared. And then the other side would equal 25. So basically, its center of the circle is at negative 2, 1, and its radius is 5. And then you would sketch the graph. So you can see here, center of the circle is at negative 2, 1, radius is 5. So yeah, for these, you need to, like I said, rearrange them, complete the square, factor, and then you get your equation of the circle, and then you can go from there. So this was a pretty kind of like, going like a little fast-paced video, but if you need help on anything specific or you need like additional help, additional videos, just let me know.